Since 1983, Wheel of Fortune has awarded more than $132 million in cash and prizes, more than any other series in the history of syndicated television.
Welcome back to Wheelin into KC. What does it take to bring Wheel of Fortune on the road?
Well, a ton of equipment, at least 14 tractor trailers, and a whole lot of elbow grease just for starters.
My name is Renee Haas-Johnson. I'm responsible for designing the look of the show.
My name is Jody Vaclav. It's my responsibility to take the visions of the art director and turn them into working drawings.
Together, these two design divas make magic. From computer drawings to 3D models, they showcase the city to a nationwide audience. But where do they start?
The biggest challenge was, first off, deciding whether we wanted to do it during the day or at night.
After meeting with producers, the decision was made. They would highlight the beautiful KC landmarks at night. It takes 8 days and a crew of over 100 to bring the artist's vision to life. It's a lot of work, but the producers of Wheel of Fortune wouldn't have it any other way.
I think it's a great opportunity for local people to have a chance just to see how this is done. Because Wheel of Fortune's been a part of a lot of people's lives for a long time.
The set is completely made from scratch, with two big exceptions, the legendary wheel and puzzle board.
Every time we take these things out of our studio, I get nervous. And from the time they get on that truck to the time they get back, I'm nervous.
From the plaza lights to our famous scout, Wheel of Fortune captured the flavor of Kansas City. But with so many cities to choose from, how did we get America's game to come here?
We brought Wheel to Kansas City because I know that Kansas City is one of the best kept secrets in the country.
It costs a small fortune to bring Wheel of Fortune on the road. We're told over $2 million will be spent bringing America's game to Kansas City. You know Pat and Vanna, but what about the voice behind the wheel phenomenon?
His name is Charlie O'Donnell, and if you think his voice sounds familiar, that's because it should. For the last 40 years, he's been the announcer behind such popular game shows as The Dating Game, The Newlywed Game, and The Gong Show. He's voiced Wheel nearly every year it's been on the air, and that's just fine by him.
I have the best part-time job in America. Because we work only, as you know, we work 39 weeks a year. And then the rest of it is summer reruns. So I have time to do a little traveling with my wife. But it's been a great journey. I started the show originally in '75 when the show first went on as a daytime show at NBC. And I've seen it grow and grow and grow. And when Pat and Vanna came along, it just went right through the roof.
Charlie's also lent his voice to some of the most prestigious events in entertainment, including the Academy Awards and the Golden Globe Awards.
In 1981, Pat Sajak was a weatherman for a Los Angeles television station. That's when he got the call from Wheel of Fortune creator Merv Griffin, and the rest is game show history. Tell me your impressions of Kansas City now that you've been here a few days.
I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Chicago, and while I've never been to Kansas City before, I know a lot of Midwesterners. I have Midwestern friends, and I'm used to the fact that they're very nice people here. But you know, some of the people who are with us who don't get out of the East much or the West much, they come and they'll say to me, What's the catch here? Everyone is so nice. What do they want from me? I'm saying nothing. They're just nice people.
Why do you think the show has been so successful?
I don't have a clue, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. It's just, I don't have to tell you, this is a very funny business we're in, and you never know. And somewhere along the line, we became more than a popular show. We became part of the popular culture, and I don't know how that happens. You can't plan it. And even if people don't watch the show every day, it's nice to know it's there. It's like the sunset. You know, you might not go out and see one every night, but it's nice to know it's actually happening, even when you're at home. So, you know, we have people who watch religiously every night. We have people who tune us in a couple of times a week. We have people who check in once a month to make sure we're still there. But on the whole, it's been a very loyal group for a very long time.
Now, you went to the Negro League Museum, and you kind of know Buck O'Neill.
Buck, I love baseball. I do an internet baseball show on Fridays. I interview ball players for MLB, their website, and Buck was on a while ago, and it's funny because he was a great guy, and so I hadn't met him, but I've interviewed him on the air, via radio or via the internet in this case. So were at the museum, and I was hoping Buck was going to be there. We were there early. We were there about 9 o'clock the other morning. And I asked someone if Buck was going to be there. He said, no, we called Buck to tell him you were here. He said, that's great, but I'm still sleeping. I figured, you know, if you get in your 90s, you can do whatever you want. And if Buck wants to sleep, I don't want... He was sleeping in that day, and Buck, I don't blame him. I wish I could have been.
Tell me a little about your trip to Hallmark.
Hallmark's a name you grow up with your whole life, and you have a certain idea of how the place should look. Well, I had nothing. It's an enormous facility, and so many people working there, and it has a, you know, it's offices. I don't know. I expected rock gardens or something, and people, you know, and harp music. I don't know what I expected. They took my daughter to a little, they had her design her own Mother's Day card, which we're going to do a little bit on the show. It was very fun to see that, a name that you've known all your life, and to see how it actually gets done.
Pat is an avid baseball fan. In fact, he's an investor in the Golden Baseball League. That's an 8-city league that plays on the West Coast. Their season starts in May.
You've heard from Pat Sajak. When we return, you'll hear from the other half of Wheel's dynamic duo.
It's all the wonderful viewers that keep enjoying and watching our shows. Thank you so much. We wouldn't be here without you.
I'll sit down with Vanna White when Wheelin into KC continues.
We're here in this auto graveyard to demonstrate a remarkable card polish. New finish, the once-a-year card polish. New finish is not a wax. It's a unique polymer formula that's even safe for clear coat finishes. Simply wipe it on and just wipe it off. There's no rubbing, no buffing, and you can even apply it in direct sunlight. And look, new finish restored it
25 years ago.
I have articles from all the different newspapers. This is a scrapbook of all the different things that I've saved over the years. This is my little name badge.
It's been 25 years, but Ellen Mandelman remembers her Wheel of Fortune experience like it was yesterday.
This is Ellen Mandelman. She's from St. Louis.
I've told this story almost every single day to somebody.
The year was 1979. Fashion styles were different, hairstyles were different, and Wheel of Fortune was different too.
And out comes Chuck Woolery. Not Pat Sajak, but Chuck Woolery. The highest dollar amount on the wheel, I think, was $1,500. There were no bonus rounds. You shot for your prizes. Cash was never discussed.
As a 3-time champion, Ellen did a lot of shopping for things she still has in her Lenexa home.
This is my dining room table that I won on Wheel of Fortune. This is a 3-panel screen that I won. The magazine bin was $250. This is my Wheel of Fortune bench.
In all, the prizes totaled $17,450. Quite a haul for an MU senior on a spring break trip.
My brother is very good with math, and one day he calculated that the amount of time I invested trying out and taping the shows versus the value of what I won came to $17.33 a minute.
As Wheel of Fortune comes to KC, Ellen has some advice for those trying to strike it rich like she did.
Try to make your goal having the experience, not trying to win.
Staying calm is also a key.
When I saw how I acted, I was hugging the host. I fell off the little platform that I was standing on.
Her best piece of advice, get ready for a lot of attention.
I had 2 marriage proposals. One of them was one of my professors.
Ellen is still an avid wheel watcher to this day, and she can't wait to see her hometown broadcast to a worldwide television audience.
From the small resort town of North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, to the bright lights of Hollywood, California, Vanna White has seen it all. Yet somehow, with all the fame, she stays remarkably grounded. I had a chance to sit down with Wheel's silent star. Before the show came to town, you did a lot of pre-production.
Yeah.
Here again. What do you think of Kansas City?
I love it. It really is a beautiful, beautiful city. I like it. The food's good. Everything's great. The weather is beautiful.
Now, you got to go out and see a lot of our landmarks, and a lot of people have preconceived notions that Kansas City's a cow town, sort of a bunch of prairie. What did you think as you drove around town?
It's beautiful, and the fountains are gorgeous. You know, the homes are. It's just great.
Okay, now you're from the South. We're talking about the food here. How does our barbecue compare to what you grew up with?
It's a little different, but that's okay. It's still kind of, it's close enough to home, you know, where it tastes, it just makes me feel at home.
Now, you seem to have a very normal life outside of television. You don't drive around in ball gowns and stuff like that. What's your life like outside of TV?
You know, I have two kids who are now 10 and 7, so I am a hands-on mom. I carpool. You know, we make cookies after school. I do homework with the kids. It is tough. 5th grade math is tough.
Tell me about it.
I don't know how they, I mean, I say, Nico, I don't know how to do this. You know, I mean, most of it I can do, but some of it just is amazing. So anyway, I am, you know, I'm there all the time when I'm not working, of course.
The folks who watch your show definitely notice your clothes, so I got to ask you, do you get to keep them?
And no, I don't get to keep any of them.
Nothing.
Nothing. But where would I wear those gowns?
Tell me what it's like to take the show on the road.
It's wonderful. It is. It's exciting, and we have a lot more people out in the audience. I think there's 3,200 people that's going to, you know, watch one show. So that's a lot more than we have at home. I think there's like 250 people in the audience at home. So it's more exciting, and it just seems more grand. Because also included in the show were the prize shoots that I did, where, you know, you see a local fountain that's something familiar to the Kansas City area. So it's kind of fun. You feel like you're part of Kansas City.
Now, you joined the show back in 1982. Did you ever think it would last this long?
No. Can you believe it? 22 years? It's all the wonderful viewers that keep enjoying and watching our shows. Thank you so much. We wouldn't be here without you. And that is true.
It's a show that seems to transcend generations.
It does. It is a family show, so everyone of all ages can enjoy it, and there's no crime. It's fun. It's a half hour of positive, good, down-home fun.
In 1992, Vanna was recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records as television's most frequent clapper. On average, she puts her hands together more than 28,000 times per season.
From set design to prize packages, the producers of Wheel try to get a true feeling of the city they're traveling to, and that goes for Vanna's wardrobe as well. For that, they turn to Roberta Wagner, fashion stylist for the show. Her job, find a look that captures the spirit of Kansas City and fits Vanna's personality. Because the clothes have to fit perfectly. It's not like doing a still shoot for Vanity Fair. These clothes must look beautiful on camera at 360-degree angles. And this season, we were and are looking for very sophisticated evening looks that are somewhat reminiscent of old Hollywood glamour. In addition to these gorgeous Metro gowns, Vanna will be styling in jewelry from Civil on the Plaza. Get out your pen and paper.
We're giving you a complete rundown of the show's tape right here at Barter Hall when Wheelin into KC returns.
Do you have a new or late model car that suffered body damage? Are you paying for it out of your pocket? You don't want to spend a small fortune to repair it, and you want your car repaired fast. More importantly, you absolutely must have a non-detectable repair. Take your car to the Cosmolision specialists. Quick service, great prices, and guaranteed seamless repair. Go to Mako, America's Body Shop, and ask for their special Cosmolision service.
Polly Bob! What on earth are you doing?
In the store, like you said.
The inventory, Polly, not the building!
You know, we can sell everything cheap so we don't have to move it.
Yeah, why did I think of that?
Everything's on sale. Laminate, ceramic, what?
How you feel doesn't really match what you think about yourself and your life. We can help. Call the Girls and Boys Town National Hotline, 1-800-448-3000.
Last year, over 1 million people requested a chance to audition for Wheel of Fortune. Fewer than 600 were selected to appear on the show.
Welcome back to Wheelin into KC. Wheel of Fortune created something different while visiting Kansas City.
They created a new event called Backstage Pass. 25 local members of the show's Wheel Watchers Club and their guests got a sneak peek tour of the set and took their turn spinning the wheel. It was an experience these Metro residents won't soon forget.
It's really something to be able to turn that wheel and just feel, you know, it's a lot different from what you think it would be.
It was harder to push than I thought. I got my thumb caught in the slipper.
We thought we wanted to give a unique opportunity to select viewers in Kansas City to get a sense of what the show really looks like from the inside out, at least to the extent that we could.
In addition to the backstage pass, these lucky wheel watchers also receive tickets to attend the tapings here at Bartow Hall.
The shows recorded right here at Bartow Hall begin Monday at 6:30 here on your NBC Action News station.
Now, it all starts with Mom and Me Week, as Metro parents and their children team up in hopes of hitting the jackpot. The following week, May 9th through the 13th, will be Kansas City Week. These shows feature players who earn their way onto the show during the local contestant search. Then, May 16th through the 20th, the college kids take their best shot during Big 12 Week. Again, all shows begin at 6:30 right here after NBC Action News at 6.
We hope you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at Wheel of Fortune in Kansas City.
Now, to all of you Wheel of Fortune fans, sit back and enjoy the next 3 weeks as America's favorite game show comes wheeling into KC. I'm Mark Clay.
I'm Elizabeth Allen. Good night.
Good night.